What is sportsmanship?
Massive drama.
I was having a shit.
Is that clock? I haven't been this disappointed as in Shrek 2.
Kimmy, what was wrong with you?
Everything. How'd you do it?
Big balls.
Alright guys, welcome back to the series. It's been about a month. Time kind of got away from me, but at least it means we do have a full quota for this episode. So we're starting with water coming out of the pits here. Just doing his out lap as we go through the left-hander. He's going to put it a little bit wide there, but not the end of the world. The first of a few transgressions, which might have something to do with what happens, but I don't think so. As he runs slightly wide here, the game is going to decide to have a 12-second reset for that.
What?
So after getting restarted, he's going to run it probably a bit wider and nothing is going to happen, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. And then next up at 9, going through the tunnel here at Trial Mountain, catching up to the Genesis in front, so it should be a fairly easy third place by the end of this, but third place has got other ideas. It's going to shove the Ferrari into the wall. Jumping to the next lap, same bit of the track, just a bit earlier in the tunnel, and he's going to shove him into the wall yet again, so that is his game.
You thought you'd never see me again, didn't you? Well, too bad. I'm alive.
But the Ferrari is not going to be fooled a third time, so heading down to the hairpin here, just going to conveniently forget to brake. Don't you just hate when that happens? And he's going to end up in the wall. Unfortunately, he didn't get any lower than 4th. And next up at 8, jumping to Daytona. The first of a few clips from Daytona today. So we've got someone who's a little bit slow up ahead. Has absolutely nothing to do with him here, but he's going to try and swerve into him and fail in his attempts to do so. Later on, he's somehow in front of him now. So heading up to the right-hander, definitely an error that is definitely Marco's fault. But heading up to the next corner, this is why revenge jobs just don't work sometimes, because he's going to miss out quite badly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what spurred on the attempt in the beginning, but who knows. And then next up at 7, moving to Spa. I don't really know what was going on here, because this is a pretty woeful attempt at trying to get past someone. He really didn't have to go into it flat out. He could have bided his time a bit. He's got a 3-second penalty, and then this makes absolutely no sense. He's obviously upset with what happened at the left-hander. So now going through the bus stop, he's got now a 7-second penalty, and he's going to spin the Mustang. But don't worry, he's got that 7-second penalty, so he was fighting for 10th place. Now he's going to have to be content with last place. But you know how important 10th place can be sometimes. And then next up at 6, jumping to Dragon Trail. So there was a bit of back and forth between these guys the entire race. Little contacts like that, nothing major. But going into the last chicane,
Yikes! And away!
a superb attempt at getting some kind of revenge, I suppose. And he's going to end up with a bit of damage, and at the moment in 3rd place. As we fast forward, he's now in 4th place. The car's eventually going to fix itself. He's going to be able to pick up a bit of speed, which has saved him a bit, because he may have lost a few more positions if not for that. So lucky to at least get 4th. And then starting the top 5, we've got Razor. Now this is just a basic understanding of science here. The Veyron is very heavy and the Alpha not so much. So the Alpha trying to stop the Veyron is going to be in vain. So heading into the hairpin at turn 1, he's upset about being overtaken, so he's going to go for the punt and end up trying to find a new layout here. Not managed to get through there, and he's going to end up also not being 2nd place. He's going to end up in 8th by the end of all of this. So yeah, just really throwing his toys out of the cots a bit there. And he's still got that 4.5-second penalty to serve, and he's got a car right behind him, so he's going to try and block the car after being ghosted. Beautiful stuff. And then he is going to get overtaken for one last position to lose. So he is down into 8th out of 9. Good job there. Really unnecessary. And then just missing out the top 3, we have got Your Mom on Rye Bread. My mom would never be on rye bread. Again, we have two guys, a little bit of contact between the two of them. A bit forceful, I would say. Really important to get second place. So the guy who got shoved into the wall has been lining him up. Gonna go for something here at the left-hander. Wild punt. That is basically a free second place. Thanks very much. As we have both these guys still not finished with their business.
What are you looking at, nerd?
So he's going to overtake him and then make sure to get on the brakes and slow down. But he's still got that 5-second penalty. So really all he's doing is bringing people closer to him so he loses more places. But what do I know? So Porsche's going to start catching up. And then we're going to try and block. Not going to manage to do so. And finished well down after that. That pretty bad implosion for those two. You know, second and third end up close to the back. Next we have a Veyron who is the dirty driver here. So he's woken up, chosen violence. And as we head up to the first chicane, gonna go for, well, that was just wild. I wouldn't call that intentionally dirty necessarily. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt, shall we? But anyway, the game decided it was intentional and gave him a 4-second penalty. So this is also going to be one of the quickest first to last I have ever seen, because of course he does have that 4-second penalty to serve. Going to have a little bit of lag there, and he's going to get pushed wide by everyone else. Still got that, boy, now he's got 5.5 seconds because he crashed into a wall. This is just a wild ride. Really enjoying the all-wheel drive of the Bugatti Veyron.
Yeah. Are you high right now?
As we now serve that penalty, and because it's lap 1, everyone's still very bunched up, and he is in stone dead last. And then just missing out the number 1 spot this week. Back to Daytona, this chap in third place was desperate to keep third place. So coming out of the last corner, have a pretty good run on the white car, and the white car's going to decide, nope, you're not taking that, but ironically he's going to be the one who ends up in the pits and ends up losing a couple of places. It could have been a lot worse because there were guys who finished just behind him. And then taking the number 1 spot, we've got a bit of a tantrum here. So we're in 4th place as we go through the left-hander. Of course, that's the McLaren's fault that he missed his braking zone and ran wide. You know, definitely the McLaren's fault. It's going to make him learn a lesson from that. Don't quite know what that lesson is, but that is a massive penalty we have picked up now. So, getting passed by pretty much the entire field. Going to try and, you know, block people, but that is going to backfire pretty badly. And then at least going to be able to line someone up here, right, and go for a big punt. But the game's going to have other ideas, reset him. And now he's lost last place, and now we are having a bit of a tantrum here. The meltdown is almost complete as he crashes himself into the wall once again, something he can successfully crash into. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, go and leave a like. If you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.